I love that mug.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I need 3 of them, right?
You sure do. Third is the best one. Well, the second best.
I reckon we've just started, you know.
What a good way to start off too. What a bloody good trilogy.
It is fucking great trilogy. Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Glenn. How are you?
It's good. It's literally our hello because we haven't had any pre-show banter or anything like that.
No.
G'day to everybody that's watching. It's up late with Glenn and Chloe on a Wednesday night at 10:30. If you are prompt and watching us as you know is designed to be watched,
Which they are.
Of course, all 3 of them.
2 of us included.
Yeah. Oh shit. But you know what? I'm gonna talk nice and slowly tonight because my notes are very and that might get us through. How's your week been? Have you had a good one?
I have had a good week. Yeah, it's been a bit of a long one, but it was good. How was yours?
About the same. It's been a pretty good one. No complaints to be had.
Oh, good.
And I'm all set up now, so all good.
I was holding my breath.
The last time that we sort of had any sort of messages or interactions over the last few days has been you telling me that you were going to the cinemas.
Yes.
But you never told me what you were going to see, so I've been hanging on, waiting to hear about it.
Well, as you know, I have 4,000 children, so I can't go to the movies unless I take them with me. Yep. So luckily where I live, and I've talked about it before on this segment, we have like a kids cinema that has a slide and Matchbox cars and all that kind of fun stuff. So we went to the cinema with the kids and we saw Lightyear.
Oh, did you like it?
I cannot tell you how much I loved it.
Oh, good.
Just good. Absolutely. Like, have you seen this one yet?
I haven't. Here's how popular it is, right? So, in the media, we get sent invitations to the premieres and advanced screenings or media screenings. The Lightyear invitation arrived in my inbox, and within 7 minutes of me responding, it was full. Couldn't get in.
Yep. And well worth it. It's a bloody brilliant film.
Big words.
No, it really is. Like I kind of had my skepticism about it because, I'm like, oh, it's sort of like a prequel to the whole Toy Story franchise. I don't know how keen I am on that kind of behavior. Sorry, my cat's gone a little bit mental at the moment. Picking a good time, Freddie, you fucker. It has so many throwbacks to Pixar, to Toy Story. It has like little like, what do they call them, Easter eggs in there. It has a lot of Easter eggs to Star Wars, Back to the Future, like how we started. Like there's a lot in there and it's really good. I had a tear. It really pulled on the heartstrings there at one point, and it was just the way that they set out the story was really, really good.
Did it hold the kids' attention?
Actually it did. Yeah, even the youngest one as well. The effects were great. At one point, I had Henry next to me saying, "Whoa," and I'm like,
"So good.
That's how you know. That's how you know."
So good. Yeah. Got yourself a movie kid there. That's awesome.
I hope so.
It makes me feel so good to hear that because that was me.
Yeah.
That was me at Ghostbusters. That was me at Neverending Story. That was me at E.T.
Yep.
I love hearing that. That's great.
Yeah. So it was it was brilliant. I really recommend it.
I was kind of thinking it might have been Elvis or something, so you've surprised me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, look, to be honest, if I was going to the movies with just hubby, it'd probably be to see Top Gun because I'm really intrigued. I'm really, really intrigued.
Have you gone back to watch the original?
No, but I just saw it pop up on my my little streaming thing. So that
do it because even if you don't think much of it, it won't matter because number 2 is really that good. But it'll give you just a little bit of context that just helps,
Yeah.
And it's funny because as we know from last week, I sat down at the desk straight after having seen it for the second or third time, and and the next night, my wife went and watched it again. With
wow,
yeah, wow. Like she loved it.
And then the next night after that, Actually, no, it was a few nights later. Ben came over to do the podcast, and Mel was in the lounge room watching the original Top Gun. Like, she put her right in the mood. It might have been the sweaty volleyball men without shirts on that might have done it, but
Miles Teller without his shirt off. Yeah, I can deal with that.
Well, the difference is, right, because both films have that kind of scene, and contextually, particularly in the second one, there is context for it. It's not just we're doing that again,
Like it's just not nudity for nudity. It has. It's tasteful.
The difference between them is the first one, they're very like greased up. This like they've got that body oil all over them, but in the second one they don't. It's just sweat. So
I mean, I didn't need any further convincing, Glenn, but okay.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, what else you got there?
What else you got there?
Well, tonight I introduced the kids as I was hanging up the washing, as our watchers / listeners probably already know.
A little bit of old housework.
I hang up my Chinese laundry in the playroom where all the mess and shit is, and we have
we all call our houses Chinese laundries.
I decided to put on the 2003 version of Peter Pan because I am a huge Peter Pan person. I always have been. I always will be. And I decided to put on the one that made me fall in love with it even more, the Jeremy Sumpter version.
And is that the one with Hugh Jackman?
No.
No, this is what Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs, yeah.
Okay, yep. Cool. That's not a bad one. That's PJ. Did you say PJ Hogan? That's the director of that one.
I can't remember who the director is. I know that Jeremy Sumpter played Peter Pan, and he was that blonde, blue-eyed kid who just, was right up my alley.
Who never went anywhere in Hollywood.
He did, actually. He's done a few things. Excuse me. I've looked into it. It's fine, all right?
He hasn't done much.
He did a web series.
Oh, wow. I stand corrected. A web series?
Don't need your judgment.
On our level. He's playing on our level.
He's still gorgeous. It's fine.
Maybe I should just, bump you from the show and replace you with him.
I would.
Of course, you'd replace me with him.
He's much nicer to look at than I am.
Oh, goodness me.
So, yeah, they weren't too interested in the beginning of it, but, when all the action started and they started flying off to Neverland, they were kind of intrigued and they sat and they watched it, which made me happy. So, yeah.
Have they had any kind of exposure to Peter Pan, whether it's a Disney one or Spielberg's Hook or anything like that?
Hook I haven't done just yet because that movie means too much to me.
I kind of, this is funny because even though it was made, nearly 20 years later, the Hook, the Peter Pan you're talking about, I've always, since it got released, treated that as the prequel to the Spielberg film.
Really?
I kind of, just because they're both live action, the set design's very similar. I like to think of them as like a sequel prequel kind of thing, even though Spielberg's is the sequel to the Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
How does that work? One's cartoon, one's not. Come on.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a sequel. I would call it.
That's how he filmed it. Like that's why Julia Roberts' Tinkerbell kind of looks like the Tinkerbell from the cartoon. And
anyway. I love pretty much all versions of Peter Pan. It's one of my favorites. I don't go back and watch the Disney version all that often. Just slightly racist undertones. So
but don't pay attention to that. Like,
I do. So
that's just time stamped. Like that's all that is. It's of its time. The sequel to Disney's Peter Pan's really good. Return to Neverland.
Remind me.
It's just the sequel. It takes place a few years later. It's during the World War II, I think it is.
As the cartoon version.
Yeah.
Didn't grab me that much, that one, but definitely Hook and definitely this Peter Pan as well.
Awesome. All right. Moving on.
So that's 20 minutes on Peter Pan.
Yep.
I read something that's super exciting for me. Speaking of live actions, they're doing a Hercules live
Guy Ritchie.
action. Yes, Guy Ritchie, which I'm actually really excited about because, contrary to people's opinions, I quite liked the live action Aladdin.
That's not really contrary to opinions. Most people overall did enjoy that one, me included. Really? I wrote a really good review, really positive review for that one, for sure.
The people that I've spoken to have not enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, Will Smith was a huge mistake. I definitely have ideas on how they should have gone with the genie, but I do think it's a pretty well-made film, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful and colorful and exactly what it should have been. They cast Aladdin perfectly. They cast Jasmine perfectly, in my opinion.
So you don't mind the racial stereotypes in that one?
Well, I don't feel like they're too like it's
It's pretty on the nose.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't find that one so PC that it needs to be explained. Whereas, you know, things back from the 50s, it's walking that edge.
I love all that.
So yeah, I'm really excited for this one, especially because, you know, the Disney version is just a bloody masterpiece.
You use such big words when you're talking about movies. Brilliant masterpiece. We're talking Hercules, like. Okay.
It's so good. It's such a classic. If you don't love that, I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I don't love it. I think it came from a fairly average era for Disney animated films. Like, I don't hate it. It's not a bad film. It's a good film. But, like, I mean, most people would probably say that came from the really, the unfortunate decade of Disney when things kind of dropped off for a while before they came back.
And you're right. However, I feel like that one sticks out a little bit for me. And I think if they cast Danny DeVito as the little, I can't remember his name, the little horn thing, it would still work perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
He'd pull it off.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, I'm known as the guy who loves a lot of shit movies, so who am I to judge? That's for sure.
Please.
You know, it's true. I read, and everyone else probably has read, that Lady Gaga is in talks for Joker 2.
Yeah, she's going to play Harley Quinn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I like the sound of, like, you know, everyone's saying, oh, it's a musical, because they're dropping these hints that it might be a musical. And everyone's like, what? I'm like, I actually think that works really well. I think it makes it unpredictable. I think with Todd Phillips directing again, we can have faith in him. He gave us a pretty decent movie. He's made good movies before that, which were all comedies. I kind of, it's the first time I've been excited about something that's, you know, remotely comic booky.
Is this Jared Leto Joker or is this Joaquin Phoenix Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting.
And when they say it's going to be a musical, I don't think it's going to be the big flashy show and, you know, dance number routines. I think it's going to be maybe Harley Quinn is at that point in her life like a cabaret singer or something like that, and so she's very musically inclined.
She is quite psychotic, so her character can pretty much go anywhere, and it would kind of slot in quite.
And not to mention, this particular like canon or avenue for the Joker is not really connected to the Batman Jokers,
right?
You know, so you know how they would make Harley Quinn in this film could be completely different to what we know.
That's true. Very different from the Margot Robbie version, although that's pretty much what I'm picturing.
I don't think they'll do that. I think Margot Robbie kind of pretty much owns that particular character now because she's done it 3 or 4 times. So I think if they go, I mean, already they've established that the Joker is different to the rest of the DC Batman characters. Yeah. So I think they would take her character in a similar direction. Just unexpected. But also read that Paddington 3 is in the works. Paddington in Peru.
Well, if it's in Peru.
Now, this is great news because Paddington 2 is one of the greatest family films of all time, without a doubt. It's the highest rating film on, I think, in the history of Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
And if you've seen that new movie, the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, the new Nicolas Cage movie, there's a massive theme all through that film on how amazing Paddington 2 is. Like, it is universally recognized as one of the great of all time.
Really?
Films. Yeah, I'm not taking the piss. Like, it is that level amazing.
I've not seen any of them.
Oh, you're missing out. Like, because Paddington 1 is just absolutely delightful. Paddington 2 is just next level. It is something special. Like, read up on it, like, and you'll see that every review has been 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Like, everyone was up in arms when Hugh Grant didn't get an Oscar nomination for it. Like, it is just the be all. It is so good, so good.
I want to feel like you're actually being sarcastic right now, but I'm getting the hint that you're serious. Okay.
I am serious.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if you didn't know that, you probably should have, because it's been this huge thing about how surprisingly incredible the Paddington movies are, and how Paddington 2 could be so much better than Paddington 1. It's like unheard of.
Wow. No, I've not heard one small inch of that at all.
Watch it with your kids. Like, so good. I mean, the wife and I watch them by ourselves, but it's just amazing.
All right. Okay. I'll take that on board.
So, I feel like now's the point that we should play some games, because, it surprised us last time how fast that went, and we're halfway through the video, so let's just play some games.
Yay! Awesome.
Do
you have a different game?
Well, you were well prepared last time. I've kind of played the same game this time, except one's a movie and one is an actor.
Well, I've only got one prepared, but it's a movie too. So there you go. I thought I'd change it up this week and
had the same thought.
Great
Let's
minds.
start with the movie ones.
Okay, sure. Do you want to go first?
I can go first. Remember, we're not going to take in turns this time.
That's fine.
Because that fucked me over last week. But I got to fess up. I got really sick last time as well on the video, and I just didn't let on. I just didn't let on that I'd gotten sick halfway through the video, and I just felt so rotten.
You hit it really well, because I had no clue.
I think when I was watching the video back to sort of find some edit points or whatever, I could see that moment where I just sort of went.
When it just went.
Yeah. And I think, don't tell her. I think it was the cup of tea that my wife made me.
Gonna blame Mel again. No, really?
If you put that tiny bit too much milk in a cup of tea for me, it turns my stomach. Anyway.
I get that. There's only a certain amount of milk you can have.
Yeah. All right. What movie is this? I'm based on a famous children's book.
Okay.
It's probably best you don't guess yet, because
I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them all on board. Yep.
The main villain was never in the book.
Okay.
All right, you can probably start guessing after this one, even though it's only 20 seconds later.
Mm-hmm.
Two famous rock bands have individually based entire albums after this movie. So the two bands each have an album that is modelled both sound and themes around this movie.
Okay.
Are you getting it? Are you sniffing it out yet?
Not really.
Okay, well that's good, because there's more to come.
Yeah.
Where are we up to? Okay. The movie has very dark undertones and has some very nightmarish imagery, as well as a very colourful and happy story.
Okay. Yep. I think I know where we're going with this. Yep.
The main character plays a flute to summon his minions.
Oh, no, I'm lost again. Okay, yep.
Okay. The lead actor is a comedy legend who wrote films like Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, and The Producers.
Oh, are we talking Willy Wonka here?
Yeah.
Ah.
We certainly are.
Okay.
And my last one was going to be... Oh, yeah, no, it's a giveaway. It was going to be if Golden Ticket and Freeloading Grandfather don't give this away, nothing will.
I want to know who these rock bands are.
Okay, so Marilyn Manson, his very first album was called Portrait of an American Family. No, sorry, take that back. It did have Willy Wonka undertones. His second album was called Smells Like Children, and that was all based on Willy Wonka. And the first two albums actually both were, but the second one, he even dresses like Willy Wonka on the cover and has a candy cane. And the second band, which was much more in a almost family-friendly way, was Primus, who they did the theme song for South Park, if you want to know what they sound like.
Okay.
And they did a whole album in character of Willy Wonka and the stories, and most of the lyrics are taken from the movie and the songbook from the stage shows, and
very interesting. Now tell me, the villain does not appear in the book. Are you talking about Violet Beauregard there, or
no, Slugworth?
Oh, I see. Oh, I forgot all about that guy. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Ultimately, that's a bit of a misnomer, because Slugworth was working for Willy Wonka in the end, but right
Yep.
through the movie, he's that dark, sinister character that tries to lure the kids,
Yeah.
and he
Got
acts
the
like he's a
bad
mole.
vibes.
He's from another chocolate area, and he's trying to steal the recipes. And
Wow. Good clues, man. That was good.
do you know and all the dark undertones, obviously you've got the tunnel where you've got all this
Right.
nightmarish psychedelic imagery going on. You've got a chook getting its head cut off, which they
Yep.
just show
Which-
it right there on screen.
Gave me nightmares for years and years and years.
Yeah. But there's also the famous Snozzberry line. Have you ever heard about that?
Snozzberries taste like snozzberries. I say it all the time.
But do you know what the Snozzberry thing is?
No.
Okay, so as well as being like the world's most famous children's author, Roald Dahl was an adult author as well.
Huh.
So he wrote a lot of horror, he wrote a lot of murder mystery, and he wrote a lot of adult kind of, erotica kind of stuff, right? And in other stories, a Snozzberry is practically testicles. And so they've put that into Willy Wonka. The Snozzberries taste like Snozzberries.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean,
good.
What kind of gave it away was the whole Blazing Saddles things. I instantly knew what you were talking about then. But I was thinking Wizard of Oz in the beginning, and I couldn't place it because I'm like, well, no, I'm pretty sure the villain is in the book. So yeah, you kind of got me there.
Yeah.
Good one. I like it.
Awesome.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm shit at these, so far away.
My turn. You might get mine pretty quickly, actually. But all right, guess this film. So the main character and the actor who played the main character and the director are both household names. You would know them as soon as you heard them, and have starred and directed in some of the most beloved and respected movies of all time. Again, household name movies. All right. The director was nominated for an Oscar for this movie in, I believe, 1979.
Oh, we are going back. Okay. Let me just... All right, keep going. 79.
It features one of the most iconic musical sequences ever.
Rightio. Yeah.
NASA.
No, I haven't got it. Okay, yep, go ahead.
NASA got involved and sent a letter to the director stating that the releasing of this film was in fact dangerous.
So the film was made 78, 79?
77. 76, 77, released 78.
Okay, continue.
It was supposed to be released the same summer as Star Wars, but it got delayed.
That should give it away, but it doesn't. See, I've got a film in my head, and it's not the one that you're thinking, because it can't be because of the director. That's throwing me.
Could be quite possibly. This film holds the record for the most cinematographers used in a production, which is 11, by the way. This might give it away. The last one might give it away.
Oh, so the last one, I still haven't got a fucking clue.
This is the last one. This will give it away, though.
You can't think of like an in-between question? I'm happy for you to do the last one. It's fine.
No, that's all I got. All right. Last
That's
one.
what Google told me.
Last one. Mashed potatoes are the devil's food.
Why am I not getting this? How does that give it away? Mashed potatoes are the devil's food. I think mashed potatoes in movies, I think License to Drive, not musicals.
I didn't say it was a musical.
You fucking threw me off with the musical shit.
I said it features one of the most iconic musical sequences ever.
Yeah, which put me right onto fucking Grease, didn't it? Okay, go through again from the start. Now I know that it's not a musical. So the actor and the director are both household names.
Yep.
Ron Howard?
Nope.
Okay. And it
holds
went up against Star Wars. Almost went up against Star Wars, but got pulled back.
It got delayed. NASA got involved.
Yep.
Because it stated that the release of this film would be dangerous. Mashed potatoes are the devil's food.
Yeah, the mashed potato thing, I do not fucking have a clue with that
That
one,
should give it
even though-
away.
I know. What is it? I have no idea.
Dun dun dun. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Fuck me rotten. Fuck me rotten. That musical sequence that's a red herring, that one. That is like it wasn't a musical sequence, goddammit.
It sure is a musical sequence. It's a sequence
Fuck.
of musical notes.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have said that.
Fuck. That's the best.
Does the mashed potatoes is the devil's
Yeah.
food? Makes sense now.
Yeah. Totally. Because look, there are two other than that, there are two films that feature mashed potatoes at the dinner table, and one of them is a parody of that, which is UHF, the Weird Al movie, because this is important, and the other one's License to Drive, when the crazy mother just piles it on too much mashed potato. Fuck, that was should have been easy, but. You went for tricky questions, I've got to say. You went for tricky questions.
I did. I tried to make it a little bit more difficult because I know that you are good with films, and then...
And that's like top 3 all-time Spielberg films for me, so like
Right,
I'm very
yeah.
disappointed. Very disappointed. Man.
Makes me feel a little bit better about myself, though, so, you know.
No, very well played. Very well played.
Now you
We've
know
got
what
another
you're up
5
against.
minutes.
I told you I was competitive. I told you.
No. I just now I understand where I've got to lift my game.
Yeah. All right, hit me with your last one.
All right, so this is a Who Am I? It's a person.
Uh-huh.
I was discovered by a talent scout on the street at the age of 14.
Okay.
I dropped out of school at the same age, and I have no formal acting education.
Okay.
My first acting role was in 2006 on an episode of Monk, and my debut feature film was 2010 and earned me an Oscar nomination. I know that was a mouthful, that one.
No, it's okay. Yep.
Oh, this might give it away. I was the victim of an online nude photo leak scandal.
Okay.
My first and last name are commonly abbreviated.
Is it a male or female?
It's a female. 2 more questions to go.
Mm-hmm.
I have
feel
dated
like I know
Nicholas.
who it is.
I've dated Nicholas Hoult and Darren
Yeah.
Aronofsky.
Yeah, I knew. I knew it. J-Law, it's my
No,
Jenny. Yes.
No. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. And the last one was going to be I am one of the world's highest paid actresses.
Yeah. So when you said that she was discovered on the street, I did know that. And then, but what threw me off was the nominated for an Oscar for her first feature film. Is that right?
Yeah, Winter's Bone.
Winter's Bone. Oh, I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So, there you go. That was a good one because you know I like her.
And so I've been playing to your strengths. Like I've been trying to do things that I know you like because I don't know the things you don't like. You see, so I don't want to go off on a tangent where I just stump you because you don't even fucking know the movie.
The way my brain works is I retain a lot of weird, unnecessary information that will not help me in my everyday life. However, in games like this, I remember and it comes to my mind. So
you're also sneaky because that musical point was just fucked.
I told you I was competitive, Glenn.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get competitive now. Damn it.
Do it. I'm waiting for it now.
I will. You watch. This will be half an hour every week of just movie questions.
Of us just trying to fuck each other over.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you won't
game
get
on.
me.
I probably won't. Yeah, I will. I'll just pick movies I know you haven't seen. It's fucking...
No, that'll be too easy. Every other movie.
Well, what we've learnt there is that 15 minutes takes up 3 questions.
There you go.
but I still like the idea of doing 2 each. So we'll just have to, if whoever comes with 1, that's fine. But if we can come with 2, that's even more fun. I enjoy this.
I'll try and make them a little bit more on the cuff then.
I might just have to remove yours entirely so that it's just 2. We just do 2, and it doesn't look like I don't know Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
No, see, the thing is, you do know it. It's just the way I word things.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's good, and I'm actually legitimately shithouse at movie trivia when I'm in a trivia environment. Like,
I'm never going to be on your team then, ever.
No. Like, if there's a group, it's easy. It is easy. But if it's just like, you're playing solo movie trivia, hopeless, right? Because I don't know if it's the pressure of just the spotlight's on you, but like, if Ben and I are at the desk right now talking about movies for the podcast for an hour and a half, we're pulling fucking random facts out of our ass. He'll say, who was this?
Because you're triggering each other.
Yeah, he'll say, oh, who was that? And I'll say, what was this person? And he'll do the same for me. Mm-hmm. If you have the same question in that trivia environment, I'll be like, fuck.
No fucking idea.
No idea. No idea. It's why I'm always a better trivia master. Like, I'll host and I'll give out the questions and I'll go, how the fuck do you not know that? Yeah. And yet if it was me on the other side of it.
And then there's me yelling over the top of everyone because I'm so competitive and I have to be right, even if I'm wrong.
Well, Jarrett and I got banned from a trivia contest because we just like wiped the floor with everybody. It was great. We got presented a trophy on stage with some famous directors and we're fucking yes. And then next year apparently we weren't allowed to enter.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny.
Yeah, so it's I guess it depends on the environment, who you're with. If someone's got a bigger personality than you, it's easier for you to sort of slide in and just come up with shit because they've got all the attention.
Yep.
Anyway, there we go. So we've run the clock out. That was so much fun. I enjoy this.
Fun times.
More than you know.
I love the fun question games. It's good.
All right. So if you want to play the same game again next week, let me know during the week. And if you want to change it up, let me know so we're on the same page.
All right, cool.
This is stuff that could probably said off the mic.
And if anyone else has any suggestions of fun games that we could play, they should let us know, because
totally,
that'd be fun too. So
yeah. So whoever you are, that person, Owen, let us know.
It's definitely Owen. Hi, Owen.
See you next week.
Bye.